My next guest is also on an incredible tour, and this man needs no introduction. Kirk Franklin is arguably the best-selling gospel artist of our time, and he got a sturdy Millie Rock. Kirk Franklin has sold millions of records that have made him a megastar and has given him crossover appeal. He's the first artist to spend 100 weeks at #1 on the songwriter charts. He recently shared a new chapter of his life, though, a story that is impacting the music that helps so many. Kirk Franklin, at 53 years old, now knows who his biological father is. The 19-time Grammy Award winner, the singer, the songwriter, the producer, Kirk Franklin. My brother, so good to see you.
Hey, man, how you doing?
Man, I am better after watching this documentary. It touched so many people. It inspired so many people. It's a beautiful thing, man. Now some people are saying, this stuff could have stayed private. Others are like, we are blessed by your honesty. I'm one of the people that loved your honesty. Why did you feel it was important to share this with the world?
Well, the truth is, it was happening while I was working on my album, and I was in the studio, my first time having a videographer, and so, and then also the camera. If I can be very honest with you, Mark, the camera gave me an opportunity to get the courage that I probably wouldn't naturally have on my own. So I had a chance to hide behind the camera, if that kind of makes sense, to take a camera person with me.
Wow. You talk about this journey toward meeting this stranger who might be your biological father, who turns out to be such. Where do things stand now with him?
He's a good man, and he's given me the pace and race that I physically and emotionally can handle right now, because it's a lot. I mean, we are talking within the last 12 to 16 weeks that all of this has happened. Like, so all of this is still fresh. It was happening in real time. And so I'm still trying to channel the process myself, and it's not easy.
Man, believe me, I understand. And the idea of healing and doing it in public is a tough thing. And I'm grateful that you're able to share it with us, because you give a lot of us instruction on how to think about our lives and our relationships and our families. Now, the documentary ended with updates about your relationship with your oldest son, Miss Sandra, and your biological mother. Have there been any change in those three relationships?
Well, first, when it comes to my son, that is my firstborn, and I love him so much. And it was just amazing for me to be able to touch his face and hold him. I haven't had that opportunity in over a decade, and it was just beautiful to be able to have him in my arms. And, you know, Carrie Young's 35, and I look forward to him telling his own story. He has the right to let people know in his own time and his own speed his story, because his story is a huge moment for his generation, and I believe that he can help a lot of other young black men when that time is right for him. I haven't seen or talked to my mother since the scene where she got the second test results, and she still denied them. And so I haven't talked or seen her since then. But yeah, but also, to be fair, before this, I hadn't seen her or talked to her in over 23 years. So, but I'm not here to speak ill of her nor Sandra or Aunt Sandra. They are black women, and as black women, I still continue a posture of they must be respected and protected.
I mean, that's a level of spiritual maturity that a lot of us don't have, that we aspire to. So again, you're leading us and giving us a model on how to live a life that is as real as we preach about, Before you go, what's the biggest lesson that you learned about your... You struggle with that, huh?
Yeah, far from perfect.
Yeah. Hey, we all fall short, but the fact that you're doing the work every day is what's so inspirational to me. Before you go, what's the biggest lesson you learned from all of this?
That that for myself and for many others like me, because the stories, Mark, have been they've been overwhelming. The amount of people that have gone through this level of trauma, and I think the lesson for me that I've learned and that I want to try to pass on to others is that you have to win wounded. You can't wait for that apology. You can't wait for somebody to make things right. Life is going on for people. People got problems of their own and they're not even thinking about yours. And so if you're sitting around waiting for people to reconcile, you may be waiting forever. So I need you, as I said to myself, that we must win wounded.